Good afternoon. I'd like to thank you all for coming here. It's such a beautiful day. I'm sure there are other places we'd all like to be now. I'd also like to thank the exhibition and design class, Mark and Sharon, and well, my professors and classmates and everyone for making my 3 years here a very wonderful experience. And well, just looking at everyone's work and all of the time and energy that was put into this show, kind of some things have been revealed to me. And apart from the too big to fail scale, I'm seeing kind of an exploration in the structure and fundamentals and I guess the details that scaffold constructions and artifice that we create. So I thought it would appropriate that I perhaps read a little, being that my work is based on loosely on the work of Don Quixote by Miguel Cervantes. An oasis of horror in the middle of the desert of boredom, by Charles Baudelaire. Light and Mirror is an attempt to create a visual framework or social topography where text and texture, image and story are interwoven to capture the glittering reflections of resemblances. In an attempt to dispel the romantic interpretation of Don Quixote, I present a subject whose fantastical reading of the world is somehow contagious and capable of infecting reasonable people to acts of violence over an empty object and its wide-ranging meaning. It is language that functions as a catalyst or a violent medium of immediate and raw confrontation, where mythic reality, i.e. the glory of battle, does not jibe with sensory reality that understands war as organized mass murder. The microphysics of power. Very good, Grand Duke Mikhail once remarked of a regiment after having kept it for 1 hour presenting arms. Only they breathe. I thought a symbolic field of gray seemed to capture truth that lay somewhere between black and white, a realm between reason and fantasy, fear and hope. In short, the marvelous real, the natural geography of America, south of the Rio Grande. My use of primary materials and systematic, meticulous process serve to describe a scene of chaos. Sanded areas reveal the underlying material of gesso and wood. By exposing structure, I wish to reveal that which scaffolds or supports artifice. So, in creating this work, I have to say it was a long and wonderful process, you know. Initially, I'd envisioned a scene that, well, described the chaos and violence of that was described in Don Quixote. This picture is actually a description of an early chapter in Don Quixote where Cervantes interrupts the narrative and really begins what is the meta-narrative for the novel, which is a questioning of the authority of the written word. And when he picks up the story again, he discovers a picture in some scrap paper in the market in Toledo. And this picture is a description of Don Quixote and a Basque who he takes for a night. And they're at this moment of pitched battle where they're going to split each other like pomegranates. And this anticipates what Bertolt Brecht, you know, developed in his ideas of the epic theater, where you disrupt the narrative, and it's really kind of a pulling back, and we see that in cinema, the often used trope where they pull the camera back to reveal lighting and stage and crew, and so I was amazed at the depth and varied ideas that Cervantes proposed back in 1605 that seem to reflect in the times that we lived in or live in now. And a lot of the ideas that we thought of as modern were actually explored by Cervantes back in the early 17th century. And certainly the economic and political realities of Spain then, a crown and a king and royalty that was supported by a hollow kind of economic structure, bankruptcy and foreign wars and problem with its native and indigenous Arab population. So these questions seem to lend pertinence to my reading of what is a masterpiece. And I've never really understood that word, but I guess has something to do with that kind of ability to speak to the times we live in. And well, I'm very happy I was given the opportunity here at the university to devote a semester to the reading of Don Quixote, and hope to continue that research after my degree here. So thank you.